snap at the end result, a touchdown.
Stewart is the lone setback. In motion right is Brown. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wake up. Where's 52? Watch 52. Watch out.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Antonio Gates, the veteran tight end, was the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Rivers on first down, and that's incomplete. He was looking for Antonio Gates that time, and it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Throwing again, Rivers on second and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Benjamin, the man in motion left. Here's Rivers. And it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. One man in the backfield is Gordon. Rivers again. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. A minute 58 to go in this with more from Charlotte after this. Following the interception here, Rivers eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
One receiver left, that's Allen. On second down, Rivers again. Flush to his right. And this is complete. It's Allen. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They were trying to go back to Allen there, and that'll bring up second down. Second down following the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. And the slot man goes in motion left. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Panthers will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
15 yards there on the catch and run.
Now that's the way you run offense. Understanding your clock situation. Excellent job getting to the sideline and getting out of bounds. That's the way to conserve time.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
20. Back. Great. Check nickel.
Newton on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hey. You got 3.
To throw on second down is Newton. He's going to wind up, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now San Diego getting set to go. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Rivers now from the 50. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Green 80! Detroit! Detroit! One now! Delta! Alert 3! Alert 3! Hey! Check 24! Check 24!
In motion is the tight end Gates. Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This is Stewart again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They will go for it. Now Newton. He hits Stewart in the flat and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Artis Payne, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27, and brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's brought in right side by Ginn. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. Newton to his fullback, Tolbert. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On the give, the fullback, Tolbert. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd.
And this is caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to get the ground game going with Stewart. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get in there.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing is Newton. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing, Rivers. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darrell Roy picked it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Newton now on second down. A dump off here to Stewart. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st and 10, Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that brings up 4th down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one good for 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st down, it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw, Newton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they're going to speed things up here. Newton on 3rd down. Looking for someone to throw to. Now he steps away. And he fires one, but incomplete. The intended target that time, Brenton Burson. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll move him back within 6 now. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Rivers now on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides try.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Flush to his right. Going underneath for Gordon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now they're in the hurry-up. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And the slot man goes in motion left. Rivers to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Room here to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Rivers to throw it, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
Throwing is Newton, and they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. A long way to go for the offense here on third down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Rivers now. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw is Rivers. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run.